Well, even as a certified financial planner, don't get it right all the time. How much has waiting already cost you? And if the wealthy moves fast, why are you still waiting on the sidelines? Are you delaying because of fear or because no one taught you how to move smart? Well, these are some of the questions I asked myself when I first became a private lender. What is a private lender? Well, a private lender is an investor who loans money to real estate developers, construction companies, contractors as they need funding to help finish a project. And if they don't finish the project, you get that house or you get that building. If they do finish the project, you get back your principal plus interest. So it's a passive way to invest in real estate. It's not like a fix and flip where I pay for something, I'm doing all the work, then we flip it. It's not like a fix and hold where I get the house, I do my changes, and I hold and get rental income. It's not wholesale either where I got to chase people down to see who's going to buy it. It's really a hands-off way to invest when it comes to real estate. And I had friends from afar doing it, and I was approached to do it a few years ago. And I waited. I was doing what we call paralysis by analysis, analyzing all the ways it's not going to work instead of looking at how it works and how it's going to help me in my pockets and my family's pockets as well. So it hurt me and I lost money on deals. So we're going to go over the cost of inaction and how much it really costs for you to not make a decision and sit on the sidelines. Before we get started, as always, though, like, subscribe, share to our channel. In real life, I'm a certified financial planner, blessed to help thousands of people nationwide on these social media airways. We're just giving information. Information is going to help you. And shots out to Capital Core Lending Group here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let me use the office. The owner, Chris Fugis, my business partner. So I get to use the office. Got the brick, all red bricks behind me and the whiteboard to show you the real cost in my world of inaction. Y'all ready? Let go. So the cost of inaction is real. It costs money not to do things. In the investment world, we have ROI, which stands for return on investment. I like to say ROI, relationships over independence, but you have COI, the cost of inaction. And for me, I had the opportunity to get a property. 50,000. So 50,000 smackaroos of money that I could have lent it out to a contractor who was doing a multiplex. Things cost way more expensive and they need to get funding to finish up that project. What would this would have entailed for me? Well, first I would have got a interest rate. So it's 50,000. So that $50,000 would have paid me interest to the tune of 15% a year. Now, I come from the investment world. I'm a certified financial planner. 15% beating the market. On average, the market makes 9% a year. So on $100,000, make 9,000. This would have made me 15,000. And on 50,000, stock market gives you 4,500. This gives me over $7,000. So nice, right? Another thing it would have did as well, it would have given me collateral. Meaning, if the contractor did not finish that rental that they were doing, I get the house. The house was worth $130,000. Meaning, if they didn't pay me like they were supposed to, I can do a deed in lieu of foreclosure where I foreclose, I get the house right then and there in 5 days, and now I have $130,000. So I could just sell it as is. I sell it for 130, I invest 50, you double your money. Or I do what the contractor was going to do, finish the job, and then either sell it or rent it out. So 50,000 at 15%, I'm making more money than theoretically speaking the stock market. Now, our investment models, we make more than 15%. Okay. But the market in totality, making more than the market. And also, if it didn't work, I make 130,000 altogether. That's like having an investment, put it in 50, now you're at 130 over the course of a year. That is over 125% gain. We know stocks ain't doing that. So these numbers look enticing. And number three, through the business, it is a tax deduction. As I lend out money, since it's a business practice and we have our business structured properly, lending out this money was a tax deduction. So I'm deducting taxes as well as I'm lending out money, something we can't do from an investment standpoint dealing with the stock market. Now, of course, once I get the money back, then I have to pay interest, right? So the money I get back, you do have to pay taxes on. But when I first lent it out, it is a tax write-off. So doesn't this feel good? 50% making more than the market, $130,000 if it blows up in a contractor's face, and a tax deduction as well. But my inaction, wrestling, should I do it or should I not do it, even though I've seen other successful people do it, cost me because they did not pull the trigger. Somebody else did. And from a number standpoint, it cost me. And this is how. It cost me because of revenue, lost money. So this was an 8-month deal. So in 8 months, I lost out on money to the tune of over $10,000. The 15% and also the late fee that they was charged every single month after 6 months. So that's $10,000 of real money that I lost out. Basically 20% of 50,000. Remember, the deal was only for 15, I lost 20. So that's $20,000 I will never get back because of my inaction. But it takes a step further. You see, I lost out experience. You cannot put a price tag on experience. Experience is priceless. And because of that, it was 8 months of me not understanding how things work. Basketball coaches hate to lose, but they say losses are a good thing because of the experience. When you're winning all the time, you really don't look at the things that went wrong, you look at the things that went right. But as your experience goes through something, you experience things that you would not have experienced if you took that L. Now, this was not an L, it was a win. But seeing how long it takes a person to pay, seeing how long it takes to actually get it funded, seeing how long it takes them to do the appraisal when they get everything done, seeing how long it takes me back to get paid, seeing how I'm going to get taxed on that as a capital gain. All that experience I was not able to bring in because I had the inaction and didn't do the deal the first time. You have the opportunity to do something in life, but your inaction is stopping you from doing it. My inaction cost me $20,000. Now, we have a thing called compounding interest, right? Making money on your money. So this inaction was 3 years ago, and I am now on my 7th deal. So I'm rocking and rolling. But the inaction, my first time, cost me not just $20,000, not just experience, but it cost me compounding interest. That $20,000 could have been into another deal. So we look at $20,000 at 15% every 8 months. What does that look like? $20,000 3 years ago of inaction today is $50,000. I would have had $50,000 more today if I did not have that inaction 3 years ago. 5 years from now, that 50,000 would have then been 125,000. 10 years from now, that 50,000 is now $350,000 of money. Daughter turns 21 in 10 years. That $350,000 of my inaction I did today, that $350,000 would have paid for her first house when she graduates college. When we make a decision, do not have paralysis by analysis. I spent 3 weeks talking myself out of making a decision to do it when those 3 weeks should have been why to do it. Why is it a great opportunity? Why it's going to be good to diversify? Because I do have rentals and I do have the stock market, of course. Another way to diversify, to spread your assets, not having all your eggs in one basket. I would not look at that as a positive. I looked at it as a negative. In those 3 weeks, as that deal faltered and the contractor went somewhere else and used another company, that hurt my pockets. Another thing that it could have hurt was relationship. See, the person who's now my business partner, who we've done a real estate deal with collectively, he could have said, you know what? You was referred by somebody, but you cost me a deal. You cost me as a lending company commissions. I'm not going to use you again. That wasn't the case. Since he quasi knew me, he was referred to me, and also he saw my YouTube videos, me on Instagram. So he knew I had some business report to me, right? We did launch the first black-owned ETF ever on the stock market, symbol Let Be. Been doing something right. So he believed in me. So next time a deal came up that met my characteristics, he called back, and my inaction turned into action. And that $50,000 I put in ended up being $62,000 3 years ago, and the rest is history. So if we have an opportunity to grow our finances, to scale, to get that mentorship that's going to take us to the next level, your inaction is costing you so much more money than you think. Talk about inaction. The link below, our Wealth Accelerator webinar, how we teach you how to scale your business, decrease your tax liability, and build wealth using our SSS wealth equation: structure, strategy, and speed, which gives you wealth. See, we help you actually make more money without working. We give you 12 months of paychecks by only working 10 months. It allows so many people to grow their business, spend more time with their family, spend more money on things that they want to, turn those depreciating assets into appreciating assets. And our webinar will walk you through how to do it. Or go to our website, that's down below as well. And as always, you can follow us on Payneful Profits here on YouTube. If you have not, hit that like notification, subscribe to the channel, and also hit us up on Instagram as well at Payneful Profits, where you see below. So what are you going to do? The next time you have an opportunity to grow your finances, put you in a better position professionally or financially, are you going to have paralysis by analysis? Are you going to have inaction? Or are you going to take that step to financial freedom? I know what I did the first time, but the second time I had that opportunity, I had action. And action has allowed me to be in a better position than I was 3 years ago financially. More money for the family, more money that my wife can spend, more money to be passed down to the family, more money for our daughter. It allowed us to do more things by me having action instead of inaction. So again, like, subscribe, share below. As always, love is love. Let's make some Payneful Profits together, y'all. Peace.